You ever have one of those weeks where you're working nonstop, but you end the week asking, what did I accomplish? That's not just burnout, that's something more dangerous. That's false progress. And if you're not careful, it's costing you years. So here's what nobody tells you about success: the better you get at doing, the easier it is to confuse movement with progress. I've seen founders hustle through 80-hour weeks, juggling 5 new projects, hire 3 new team members, and still go nowhere. Trust me, I was there because it feels like you're moving forward, but you're actually just not building anything that frees you. You're just stacking complexities, more meetings, more people, more platforms, more problems. And that's false progress. And it's the number one reason that entrepreneurs stall out between, say, the $500,000 and the $5 million range. And that's something that you just need to be aware of. So let me break it down for you. False progress is seductive because it looks productive. Okay. You're busy, your calendar's full, people need you. But here's the litmus test. Okay. If you stepped away for 2 weeks, would the business keep growing? If the answer is no, then you're not building a company. You've built a cage and you are trapped inside of it. A very expensive, a very time consuming, and very exhausting cage. I had one of those. And if you're not careful, you'll stay there for years, just like I did. So here's how you know that you're in the trap. Let's say your team is constantly asking you for next steps. You feel guilty stepping away. You feel like the whole thing's going to fall apart if you do. You keep solving the same problem over and over. You say things like, well, once we get past this next hire, or maybe past this next campaign, or past this next launch, then we'll figure something out. But that moment never comes. You keep putting it off. And again, I'm guilty of doing that. You haven't had 3 consecutive days off without checking your phone in months or maybe years. There's a period where I probably checked my phone every day, many, many times a day for a decade plus. Does any of this sound familiar? This isn't just some time management problem, it's a systematic issue with how you've built the business. So, how do you break free of this trap? That's kind of the $1 million question here. And basically you got to stop doing the things that feel productive and start doing the things that are structurally freeing. Okay, things that are going to free your time. And there's only 3 things, only 3 ways to handle this. It's eliminate, cutting what doesn't matter. It could be, certain products, it could be meetings, it could be tasks, clients. Ask yourself every day, what am I doing that doesn't actually move the needle? And you're going to be shocked at what you find when you really analyze that. Automate. What am I doing that can be systematized? Anything that repeats, you can systematize it. And if you've done it more than, say, twice, it needs a workflow. It needs a tool or some sort of bot. This is where AI can help. Now, AI is not a cure-all. There's a lot of people using it now. There's a lot of hype right now surrounding it, but it can also set you back if you don't utilize it properly. So sometimes AI doesn't fix things. You need a person in there. And then the third thing is delegation, but you got to do it correctly. Okay. Most people, they don't delegate, they just offload. And I was so guilty of this. It's like, here's a task, just go do it. Delegation, true delegation means transferring outcomes, not just tasks. And there's a huge difference between that. So the moment that you install these into your business, you stop running in place and you start creating leverage. And I use these exact moves to buy back over 25 hours per week while increasing revenue. So this isn't theory, this isn't fluff, this is real implementation. And here's the truth: false progress equals a busy founder, chaotic team, and just random results you can't really depend on. Real leverage equals a calm CEO, an aligned team, and compounding outcomes. Okay, false progress feels good in the moment, and I get it, but it steals your life in the long run. And leverage feels slow at first, but it gives you time freedom and scalable growth forever. Once these systems are in place, it's just a matter of following them, respecting them, and making sure that they continue. And you got to update them sometimes, but once they're in place, that's when true freedom happens. This is the mental shift that separates the exhausted founder at, say, half a million or $1 million a year, um, from that point to building $10 million plus businesses upwards to infinity. I mean, this really applies at any level. So if any of this feels like your current reality, I wrote a book just for you. It's called The Buyback Time Formula, and it's the exact playbook that I used to rebuild my business so that it could run without me and give me the life of my dreams. I'm sure the life of your dreams too. Inside this book, I share the full time liberation trifecta. I touched upon it a little bit earlier. Also, I'm going to share how to identify and eliminate your biggest time leaks, how to install systems and people that don't rely on you. And that one's huge. That's really the the magic sauce of this whole system. And then how to buy back at least 15 to 25 hours per month. Oftentimes we can do this in a week, as far as buying back that time in a week, and doing it fast. Once you identify these things, you can't unsee it. It's exposed, you know it, and you have to take action on it. That's the beautiful thing. And right now you can get it free at buybacktimeformula.com/YT book. Just cover shipping. It's a physical book, and I'll send it right to your door. It's like I said, physical. You can open it, you can write in it, you can circle, highlight, tear it up, do whatever you want. It's your book to do whatever you want to help you achieve your dreams. So look, you didn't start your business, whatever business that you're in, to work yourself into the ground. That's not why I started it. I started it for freedom, and I assume you started it for freedom too. For impact, for your family, for peace of mind, financial freedom. But freedom doesn't come from grinding harder. Trust me, I know if it did, I'd be telling you to grind harder, because that's what I did for years. It comes from building something that doesn't need you every second. Okay. If you're ready to escape the trap of false progress, if something I said struck a chord and you want more, click on the link below in the description, grab the book. Let's buy back your time, because once you're free, you're never going to build in the old way again. And guess what? Once you're free, you're going to be doing the things that you love. Maybe it's with your family, maybe it's in the community, maybe it's starting another business, maybe it's casting more vision on your existing business. For me, I started a land business that is on pace for 7 figures a year, working less than an hour a day, using these principles. I go more into it in the book. So grab the book. It's free. Just cover shipping. It'll be a physical book. Tear it up, make it yours, and I'll see you on the inside.